When I was preparing my notes for this video, I wanted to title this video Why I Left the Seventh-day Catholic Church. But the more I thought about it, I then remembered that Jesus said we should not purposely go out to offend others. So, excuse me, I actually left this, my plans to make this video, I actually put them aside and thought a bit more about it with regards to not only the title, but also what exactly I wanted to say, what the message would be. So eventually I came up with this title that you see on the video, Why I Left the Nominal SDA Church. And just to explain, maybe for those who don't understand what the word nominal means, nominal means in name only. You know, there are many Adventists, Seventh-day Adventists, who are Seventh-day Adventists in name only. Means they carry the name, but they do not behave like Adventists. And in fact, the reason why I wanted to title the video "Why I Left the Seventh-day Catholic Church" is because the Catholic Church has become a very Roman Catholic. I know this for a fact because I grew up in the SDA Church. So the SDA Church that's there now is not the same as the one I grew up in. And I'll get into the reasons why. I mean, I've got numerous reasons why I think the SDA Church has become Roman Catholic. Maybe just to state one of the reasons is, for instance, the belief in the Trinity, which is actually one of the 27 or 28 fundamental beliefs of the SDA Church. The Trinity is actually Roman Catholic, and Roman Catholic got that belief from Egyptian mythology and from Babylon. So something else I wanted to say as well is I know I'm still going to cause offense, regardless of the fact that I've said I'm trying. I changed the title of the video to try not to cause offense, but I'm still going to offend some SDAs out there. But at the end of the day, all I'm doing is I'm exercising my God-given right to free speech, and I'm making this video, which I'm going to put on my YouTube channel as well as my Rumble channel. And if there's anyone out there who's offended by what I'm saying, by what I'm saying, I would suggest you go out and also make your own video and maybe try and refute what I'm saying. No, not to get angry with me and start maybe putting like hateful comments under the video and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of that going on YouTube. But when someone comes out and starts exposing the errors in the SDA Church, including especially the Trinity, I've seen SDAs getting very angry. Behaving like the Roman Catholics who during the Dark Ages used to burn Christians because of the fact that Christians had a different belief to them. Seventh-day Adventists are becoming like that. So once again, I'm exercising my God-given right to free speech. And no one can take that away from me. You can't take that away from me. If you feel that what I'm saying is wrong, like I said, go out and make your own video and create your own channel if you don't have one, and make your own video. It's this thing of trying to shut others up because they're saying something different to you or they have a different belief to you. That is actually satanic. And I would actually even suggest that the very fact that someone would get angry because I'm saying something, I'm expressing a different belief to them, is a sign that that person is actually under mind control. Because we should be able to question everything. If it's true, then then if whatever you believe is true, then you should not be afraid to investigate it. Truth is not afraid of investigation. It's only lies that are afraid of being investigated. So, yeah. So I wanted to start this video by just going to 2 Corinthians 6:17, which says, "Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you." I think that's a very good text. When you see, it's not just the Seventh-day Adventist church; it's any church, whether it be Anglican, Pentecostal, Presbyterian, Methodist, Lutheran. All these major churches, which I know for a fact are in apostasy, because they don't follow what the Bible says. They all believe in the Trinity, and they are part of the World Council of Churches, which was actually created by the papacy. If you are in any of those churches and you see apostasy and corruption, then I would suggest it's time to leave. There's no church. This is something very important. There's no church that can save anyone. That includes the SDA church. You Seventh-day Adventists who are in the nominal SDA church, you are not going to be saved by being a member or a part of the SDA church. God set up churches to proclaim the gospel, not to the church itself. And even the very word church is misunderstood. The church is made up of faithful, commandment keeping people. If you go to Revelation 12:17 and Revelation 14:12, it clearly states that. And it's also those who have the testimony of Jesus. The church is not a building or a denomination. I hope that's very clear. I mean, the devil has twisted the meaning of the word church, and we have misunderstood it, and we start to think that if we are in a denomination, that denomination can save us. I mean, that's a very Catholic way of thinking, because the Catholic Church says itself that outside the Catholic Church no one can be saved. So which is nonsense. Only God can save. So yeah. I was talking about separation, which is mentioned in 2 Corinthians 6:17. I cannot continue to attend a denomination, or for those who want to use the word church, I cannot attend a church where I can see apostasy happening and corruption happening with my eyes open. I will never ever do that, because my salvation is in Christ. Jesus and his Father in heaven are the only ones who can save me, not a denomination. As soon as someone thinks that they can be saved by being part of a denomination, straight away I suggest you're under mind control. You are under mind control. You need to really do a lot of self-reflection, and I say investigate some of the things that I'm going to say here without giving your allegiance to a denomination rather than giving allegiance to God. So Ellen G. White, who was actually one of the founders of the SDA Church, also said that it's not a direct quote, but she said, we should not go to places where error is taught when you are not obliged to. Yeah, I'm not obliged to attend the nominal SDA Church because I can see that there's error there. So yeah, a very good quote from Ellen White here with regards to nominal SDAs. Which is taken from Spalding and McGann, or Spalding and Megan, unpublished testimonies, page 1. She said, "I saw the nominal church," speaking of the nominal SDA church, "I saw the nominal church and nominal Adventists like Judas would betray us to the Catholics to obtain their influence to come against the truth. The saints then will be an obscure people." So, in other words, the true SDAs who are faithful and loyal to God and are keeping all of God's commandments, not just the Sabbath, because even Ellen White actually warned that SDAs are actually going to keep Sunday as well before the second coming. So, yeah, she said they are going to be, the faithful SDAs are going to be an obscure people. Just like, it's been said many times, history repeats itself. So we see in the Holy Scriptures that God's people have always been in the minority. I mean, whether you look at Noah and his family, and there were only 8 who were saved. in the whole world, only 8 were saved, and then they had to multiply and replenish the earth. And then we look at when you look at the 12 spies who were sent by Joshua into Canaan, only 2 brought back a good report. I mean, stuff like that. You see that the faithful are always in the minority. It's never the majority. So it says the saints then will be an obscure people, little known to the Catholics, but the churches and nominal Adventists who know of our faith and customs, yeah. But the churches and nominal Adventists who know of our faith and customs, for they hated us on account of the Sabbath, for they could not refute it, will betray the saints and report them to the Catholics, as those who disregard the institutions of the people. That is, that they keep the Sabbath and disregard Sunday. So I mean, for that quote shows us straight away that there will be a point in the near future when Seventh-day Adventists are going to stop keeping the Sabbath and they'll keep Sunday. Because one of the things actually I've noticed is that it's almost like the Sabbath, maybe it's the state of the dead as well, but the Sabbath is the only thing that still makes Adventists different from the other churches. But let's say with regards to the Trinity and many other beliefs, Adventists are also becoming like the other churches as well. So yeah, not she doesn't say it specifically in this quote here, but she says it somewhere else that SDAs, nominal SDAs, are going to keep Sunday, and even the pastors, the nominal SDA pastors, will actually be encouraging their members to keep Sunday. Yeah, so yeah, there's basically there are 2 different types of SDAs, and I know what the difference is because I grew up in the SDA church. The SDA church that's there nowadays is not the same as the one I grew up in. When I was growing up, we used to constantly hear, pastors and whoever was preaching would be basically calling out the Catholic Church and naming them as naming the papacy as the Antichrist, and talking about the mark of the beast, and specifically saying that the mark of the beast is enforced Sunday worship. So, but nowadays but before I left the SDA Church, we never used to hear that. All I used to hear about was this talk of love all the time, which a former Jesuit named Alberto Rivera actually said that was something from the Catholic Church, that they basically the Society of Jesus, also known, commonly known as the Jesuits, were planned to infiltrate all the Protestant churches, and then when they would infiltrate those churches, they would then basically just talk about love all the time, and being united in love and stuff like that. So that's why, before I left the SDA Church, I hardly used to hear any truth really. So something else I wanted to clarify as well is that, as soon as some nominal SDA nominal SDAs will see the title, they'll say that I've been sifted out, or he's been sifted out. That's nonsense. Once again, there's no church that can save anyone. That includes the SDA church. Only God can save. So just to clarify something as well is I have not left God's church. God's church is made up of faithful commandment keeping people, and I class myself as a commandment keeper, not just the Sabbath, all the commandments, because now even we even have abortions taking place in SDA institutions. So that's it says thou shalt not murder. That includes abortion. So yeah, but I'll get to that. But yeah, I have not left God's church. Right now, this is today's Sabbath. I'm keeping the Sabbath, and I'm taking the opportunity in the afternoon to make videos so I can share them with others. I'm still a Sabbath keeper. So just because I've left the nominal SDA church, that does not mean that I'm lost. Once again, like I said, that is brainwashing and mind control. For anyone who thinks that, so yeah, it's going to be a rather long video with this just being an introduction to many things that I want to share.